I do not want Annette Bening texting me.
Tessa,
Why?
you're in charge of the edit anyway, so just like cut all this out.
I'll do whatever I have to do.
Yeah, do what you have to do.
Welcome to Omni Bilateral Panic, a comedy podcast focusing on the bi plus and MSEC experience. I'm Tessa Flannery.
I'm David Armstrong.
And I'm Cameron Faring. Hi.
See how professional I was?
It was lovely.
Wasn't that good?
And happy Black Friday, everybody.
Happy Black Friday.
Just
May
so you know,
be in your favor. Don't kill people.
Just so you know, if you were listening to this, you now automatically owe any cashier that you're near $20. Just
oh yeah,
tip
please
your
don't be near a cashier.
just give them the money.
Just give
hand
them
over
You're
your
out on the
wallet.
worst day of the year. Just give them the fucking money. Don't question it.
Speaking of technology, I actually don't remember if this was on, if we were already recording when we were talking about this. But speaking of technology, just buy your shit online. What is everybody going to a store at 5 a.m. for?
Yeah, but there are warehouse workers too. Everybody's getting fucked at this time.
I know there are warehouse work. I know, but all the violence
happens
doesn't
in
happen
person.
in warehouses.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't
that's a good
happen
point. Good point.
Nobody's like beating down a door to beat up some people at a warehouse.
Well,
people have
actually.
Oh,
sorry, that has
feel bad
happened.
about warehouses too. Yes, I understand. Nobody wins, but
no, everything's awful.
Yeah, everything is.
There is a weird like ritual to Black Friday now that, I mean, like even when I was living in Montana, there was a family that would start camping out on Wednesday. Like as a family, they would set up a tent. They would set
and
up a
have
tent.
their
and miss Thanksgiving?
family dinner in a tent so they could get the best deals.
That sounds stupid.
And it was part of their, I mean, it was part of their family thing. I never talked to them because I couldn't be bothered, but I had coworkers that did, and they always said that they really enjoyed it. And like, I mean, even my family, we used to, and this was back in the late 90s, early 2000s, before things were insane. And like, it was just 5 a.m, or 6. It was even 6. It wasn't 5. But like, you know, we as a family would take the giant paper that was 3 inches thick, and we would thumb through all of the ads together because like it was fun. We decided, we would decide where we were going. I inevitably went to Best Buy.
Wow.
Which, of course, karma paid me back for tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
But
golly.
Allegedly,
like there was a ritual, and like people our age are nostalgic for that.
That's wild. I think my sister did it with her friend because their family did it. Talking about it like it's some kind of
like
cult.
It's sex.
Yeah. My parents went
a sex cult.
My parents have gone
it is a sex cult
a couple of times, but the one time I remember they got up super early so they could do the 5 a.m. thing. And so me and my sister Megan, we were like, well, we're going to get up when you guys leave so that we can be in charge of the house. We were like, 13 and 10 or something, we wanted to be in charge, maybe 15 and 12 or something. And we just watched whatever was like, how around that time of year, this time that we're in right now, there are always like there's just always something on TV that's like a marathon of something.
Yeah. Yes.
I think we ended up watching a marathon of what's that scary show that's like Twilight Zone. There was like a Twilight Zone marathon of the old episodes of the
Bones.
Super scary show.
Super scary. So
it's too late for that. Too late.
Bones.
So my cousin and I, bones. That's terrible. lyricist should be fired.
It's really hard. It's actually I leapt into that bit and didn't realize how hard that was going to be to do.
It's very hard to make your mouth do that.
Bones.
You're
Even
very
just bone
do that.
is easier.
Yeah, bone is so much easier.
Bones. Yeah, because the S is really going to trip up your tongue.
Yeah, and it does. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why our Lord and Savior Stephen Sondheim is wonderful, because he does this and is like, nope, that's too hard.
Yeah.
That's why we love him.
I've never written a musical about bones because it's too hard to do a patter song to that.
I do want to hear Stephen Sondheim's Bones patter song that got rejected from a musical. Sorry,
it's a musical. It's a musical about archaeology, and we hear a song. We hear a song from a dinosaur that's been reassembled. We hear a song from. We hear a song from two paleontologists. They've been divorced, but they reunite over bones.
Sorry,
I tried to recycle the song in Assassins, but it was in very poor taste.
Yeah.
I almost got mad at you, David, because when you were like bones and archaeology, and then you were like dinosaurs, I was like, not the same thing. But then you covered paleontology. I was about to mansplain.
It's a concept musical, Tessa. Don't worry about it, okay? Don't have such a narrow view of what bones means to me.
Okay. Oh my God. Bitches.
Yeah. Hey, this is my New York anniversary too.
Hey, I know.
9 years.
Oh my God. Congrats.
Thanks.
You got there exactly 2 weeks before we did.
That's so funny. How wild. What a world. What a
world.
So wild.
There we go. Jesus,
I adore you both.
I couldn't hear you two.
Oh.
Now I can. I was like,
okay.
No,
it was my fault. From the 3 people that I've heard have listened, it's been very well received.
Hell
People like it. People seem to like it.
I can't. Yeah, unfortunately, our numbers don't update until tomorrow. So I guess I'll send those to you as soon as.
Well, we'll find out
so
tomorrow.
So kind of you. I'm going to pause the recording so we can have our business meeting first.
Or we can record it. Whatever.
We didn't put Carol in Lord of the Rings.
What's your bank? Yeah.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
1885.
1885.
Real talk though,
I was in Wells Fargo.
I was in my neighborhood thrift store yesterday, and the boss was walking around, and he said, "I don't trust technology as far as I can throw it." And it's like, you are only 50 years old. Get with the fucking program.
Yeah,
the point is, it took everything I had. I was walking out the door when he said it, and it took everything I had not to be like, "I don't trust you as far as I can throw you."
I think you should have said it. I think you should have said that, but not left. You shouldn't have walked away.
Yeah.
But done that with your voice at the door. So you're standing at the door, standing still, and just going, "I don't trust you as far as I can throw you."
Or I should have said,
"I would have been like, what the fuck is going on?"
I should have said, I feel the same about people who don't trust technology.
Oh yeah. Show
burn.
him his boss.
Sick burn, bro.
We've been debating for like friggin' years about getting my grandma. She's 90, but no,
the collective grandma.
But about getting her
grandma.
Wi-Fi, because she's very like, she doesn't have a smartphone. She's like, well, the Wi-Fi, I don't know, blah, 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 but I'd love to FaceTime her. I'd love to be able to send her a video.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't do anything. My mom has to go in person to show her anything I've done.
I am very fortunate in that my grandma is incredibly hip and amazing. She has had Facebook since I have.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And is still very active and uses the internet for all kinds of things. She still prefers a book to a digital copy, which
don't we all?
I can't blame her for.
Yeah, my grandma.
Obviously.
Yes, you have 1,000 books behind your face.
Ironically, how are her hips?
Good.
Oh, there you go.
See?
Grandma
they don't
jokes.
lie.
My grandmother.
Grandma's hips
Shakira.
don't lie. I So yes, I thought I can convince grandma to get Wi-Fi. And I did that thing. Remember that thing? It was like around Christmas, everybody was doing it, where you take an old photo and it like animates it and brings it to life.
Yes.
Oh, I did it with everybody. Every old picture in her house. I did her, my grandpa who has passed. I did his. She was like, oh, wow. I did her mom. She was like, wow. I did her dad. She was like, cry. She was like, my dad, that's just like my dad. She did not care about her husband who had passed. She didn't care about her mom. But when it was like her dad, she was like, that's it. That's it.
Oh, that's
and
so
I was
lovely.
like, so you should like look at what technology can do for you. And she was like, okay, well, that chapter's over. Like, I was like, you could do this all the time. Anyway,
She was like, there's only one picture to animate. That's it. You did it. And now I'm done.
I think I still have them in my phone somewhere. It was cool though. That was a
It
cool
is
thing.
cool. It's so cool.
Here's what I will say about technology, though. I have reached an age in my life where technology just doesn't work for me the first time. So if I get like a new thing, like a new device or gadget, and I have to hook it up and like set up a Bluetooth or like blah, 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 or whatever, it just doesn't work the first time anymore. And and I did everything right. I've set up countless Bluetooth things or whatever it might be. And it just doesn't work anymore. So there is a small part of me that now slightly relates to old people where I'm like, uh-oh, technology is slowly going away from me. And there might come a time where I might just, to spite everybody, will be like, no, I don't do technology. I may turn into one of those old people.
Oh, David, please don't.
I don't want to. Cameron, I don't want to because I've dealt with those people. But I might. I feel the
Speaking
pull.
of which, happy
like
Black
Anakin
Friday.
Skywalker.
Oh yeah,
happy Black Friday,
Happy Black
everybody.
Friday. One of the coolest dudes I know up until so recently didn't have a smartphone, just had like a regular phone. And he was like, he's super cool, actually. He had a podcast too. Anyway, what a cool dude. But he was like the only person who I thought could get away with it. Like but he had a laptop, you know. I'm sure he didn't have nothing.
Totally cut off. No.
Yeah.
I think, I also feel that sometimes too, of like wanting to get rid of my phone and going back to like an old like flip phone or whatever would be available, I guess. But I don't know. I didn't have much insight beyond that, but I relate to that sentiment.
I mean, that's fair. It's very nice that you can relate. I am hoping and praying that I never get to that point. I mean, I get it. Things are scary all the time. Everything's awful. Welcome to this world. However, you pretending like things aren't scary and awful by being a fucking Luddite is not an excuse.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Right. I feel like, well, because I feel like the other part of it is that I have the millennial embrace of like, sure, you know, just go along with it. So much of life has happened to me as opposed to like me making a life. So it's so like technology just became part of our lives, and we certainly don't handle it in a healthy way. Like I don't think we have a healthy relationship with our technology.
But nobody has. But nobody has.
Nobody does. But there will be a generation one day that does integrate it healthily into their life.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if I
absolutely.
agree with that.
No, there will be. No, there is, because we got it thrown into our lives with no regulation, no anything. It just crept into our lives one day. You all remember a time before we had it, right?
Sure.
And now, can you imagine really your life without it?
No.
So that's the crazy part. I think that there will be a generation again who has always had it. Like there's children already who have grown up with it all their lives.
Yeah.
And I think they already have a healthier relationship with it than we did when we first got it.
That's fair. And I think the Xers have it even worse than we do, actually.
Yeah. And I think they'll get better. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's like this generation or next generation. I think like there will be one though that has a better relationship to it and will handle it.
I don't know that. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, please.
I was going to say, I do find it interesting because the internet revolution is very similar to the industrial revolution, and like that, it's the very same kind of energy as far as what people were having to deal with, and like their lives were changed forever, immediately, overnight, with every single new invention that came out. And it wasn't just, I mean, it was universal. Everyone's lives were suddenly better because there were suddenly machines to make their lives easier.
Yeah.
And like,
but also some people's lives were like,
the worst. Yeah. I mean, well, and that's just it, is it actually
then also better. I'm just better. I was just thinking, like, although like single young women who like came into the city to work in factories, but then they were able to be like, oh, hey, doesn't it suck that we can't vote? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were like, oh, we're all together for the first time. And now we realize like, oh, we'd like to be treated a bit better. And unions. Anyway.
Well, there's a lot of that too now. You know, we are better connected. We have instant. Look at this. I mean, full disclosure, we're doing a podcast, and this was not possible 20 years ago. You know, we would have even called 10. Each other on the phone, like had to use like Skype or some shit, you know. And Skype 20 years ago, 10 years ago was not good. No, it wasn't caught up to where it needed to be. So there's that. But same with the Industrial Revolution, and same with like other milestone points in history like that. There's people that are exploited now because of this system, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like people take advantage of it.
What I find most interesting is that I think the unequivocal alliance to greed is very similar between the internet and the industrial. And the reason being is there are a lot of similarities. I mean, we're not actually, nope. It's very similar, because like in the Industrial Revolution, that was when the robber barons started making their fortunes. And you know, like it was also the time, for the first time in history, that bread had plaster in it because it was cheaper and made it look white, so that you know, like people could so that the ones below could uphold their status by having the whitest bread, and the ones above could make even more money by exploiting them. And it's true, we are not directly, we're still being exploited by the food industry, but that's another topic.
Yeah,
that's another topic. We're now being exploited by so many other things.
Yes,
like
for our data.
Food is the least. Food is the least of my worries. Like I'm well aware I'm being exploited by food, but also I need to fucking eat, and everything else is so much worse anyway.
Is
you know,
Jeff Bezos Andrew Carnegie?
Basically,
essentially, because he's like busting unions and being a shit.
Well, but like he's not even Andrew Carnegie, because at least Carnegie gave his entire fortune away before he died.
That's true, like, for like libraries and
you know,
Bezos can't be
concert halls
to do anything.
No,
he's using all of his money to go to space so he can leave us the fuck alone.
Space. That's what Bezos did. As my friend Dan said, in the ultimate divorce guy flex, he put on a cowboy hat and rode a dick into space.
Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
And didn't she give half the money away?
Oh,
no. She's given almost half of her money away.
Except she makes it back within a couple weeks because of her shares.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She can't give it away fast enough.
Yeah. Like
at least she's trying.
I would say more Vanderbilt than anything else, because they, you know, made a ridiculous, like Cornelius Vanderbilt, quote unquote, quotey fingers, big fucking quotes around this, made his money honestly, meaning that quote, he like unquote. It was he that, you know, built the railroads and then bought all of the real estate in New York City. Good planning. Was he entitled to that money?
No,
absolutely not. But
who's Henry Ford?
Do you know what I just thought? Well, wait, before we do Henry Ford, I just have to say, we were talking about Vanderbilt today, and for the first time, somebody was like, yeah, like Vanderbilt, like that's a Dutch name, like Van der Hoven or Van der anything. And I was like, oh my gosh, was he like here with the Dutch colonists and being a shit even back then?
I mean, yes.
His people?
I mean, his family, his family came, like they were in the original, whatever it was called, Amsterdam?
Yep.
Dutch
New
Town.
Wow,
Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam. Holy cabooses. Okay, just I thought of that, and I was like, oh man. Anyway, Henry
Side
Ford.
note.
Who's Henry Ford?
Sorry, real quick. My wife's family was also here.
My wife.
My wife's
Your
family
wife's
was
family
also
was here?
here in New Amsterdam.
In Dutchland?
The
No
Decker.
friggin' way.
They have a gravestone down in Brooklyn. Actually, he
Well,
was one
why
of
don't I go to
her
there?
great grandfather was one of the founders of Utica Avenue. Like laid it out.
Stop it.
I know.
We got to go check out where this gravestone is.
Grandpa
It's
Utica?
actually-
Is it in Greenwood?
Grandpa Utica.
Is it Greenwood or is it?
It's the one that's by Michael and Rachel's old apartment in Flatbush.
Oh, wait.
Because there's an old
Wait.
Dutch church there that's like 400 years old.
What in the frick?
Yeah.
Because I used to live in that area. Where's
Yeah,
the
you did.
graves? I'm gonna
They're-
go find.
Most of them are like really worn down is the sad part. So like you can't really
so
read them anymore.
Find.
Anyway,
That's so
it's an
wild.
ancient burial ground.
yes, it is an ancient
Ooh.
burial ground.
If we're done with scary season.
Black
Like
Friday
Dutch
is
ghosts.
spooky.
Okay, the one thing is
Clog,
though,
clog,
Henry
clog,
Ford. Henry Ford's modern day equivalent is Elon Musk, right?
Yes.
Oh, because of cars?
Yeah, but
Okay.
also
The exploitation
personality.
of the working class.
Yeah. Is Elon Musk as racist as Henry Ford? And I didn't know that.
Could be. We don't know. We don't know.
But yeah.
Are they
Alright.
finally breaking up, Elon Musk and Grimes?
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah.
They're done though. My favorite tweet was I don't think it was actually like it was somebody impersonating like Stanford University, but they were like the Stanford University experiment of Elon Musk and Grimes has been concluded. Thank you all for your participation.
That's very good. That's very funny.
Yeah.
That is very funny.
I think here's what my sense is. Like Elon Musk, don't come at me, but
Elon,
sense would
don't
be-
text.
No, please come at me.
No, definitely do not text. But I feel like my sense is sometimes once a child arrives in a relationship and that the man isn't the child, like isn't like being cared for,
Yeah,
then he's like, I gotta go somewhere else and be the baby.
sure.
You
Oh,
know?
yeah. Especially if
know?
he didn't grow up. But the problem is that I don't. Not to, I guess
Not all men.
similarly to you, Grimes, please don't come at me. Grimes doesn't seem all that nurturing to Elon Musk. Like,
You're probably
I
right.
don't know. I don't think he got much of that in the first place. So, but I don't know.
Right. You probably, that's true.
Well, at the end of the day, toxic masculinity strikes again.
Yeah.
Well, if it did, we don't know. Elon might be a real gem
I
of
doubt
a
it.
boyfriend.
Nope, I doubt it.
The thing is you cannot be a gem and have a 51% shareholder in a mega corporation. You just cannot.
Yeah, you're probably not a gem.
Yeah, and where he did not invent anything. His company's named after an inventor and he did not invent anything.
No, and I mean like he exploits all of his workers too. He's taking credit for all of these things.
Yeah.
And like had the
Yeah.
initial idea, but it doesn't matter.
It's
According
that
to intellectual
limited
property, it
innovation we were
does.
talking about
Yep.
in capitalism.
According
Yeah.
to intellectual property laws, it does matter, but like he was not able to execute that idea on his own.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. There's a big difference between executing something on your own, entirely of your own willpower and volition, and then bringing people in to help you, as compared to
Right.
not doing any of it, just having the capital be like, hey, this is my idea. Let's make it happen, people.
Right.
Do you feel like that was the deal with the lady with the blood machines?
Oh,
Do you know what I
no.
mean?
She's 100% a scam artist, and I love
Well,
her. Oh,
I just
God,
wonder if she
she's
was
the
like,
best.
no. It will happen once I have the right people around me and I need enough money to get the right people around me. We don't
Nope.
think a little bit.
No, because she spent all of that money on lawyers instead of actually developing the product.
Oh, okay. So she was getting ready.
Yeah, she was 100% getting
for the
ready.
scam
She
to
was
be
she was a scam artist, and I love her. She ripped off
Like
our
the US
Apple Master
military?
style. No, like it was a black turtleneck. She was trying to be like Steve Jobs. and
Oh, I
people
see what you
trusted
mean.
her.
Like her style was a ripoff. I thought you
Yes.
meant like who was ripped off, but the
No,
military
no.
was, right?
Well, I mean, a bunch of people were. Walgreens
Yeah.
was like
Oh,
basically
oh,
just a
poor
bunch of
Walgreens.
a bunch
I
of
don't care.
rich old white men were,
Yeah, who cares about who was ripped off? Who fucking cares?
I love her. I think she's fantastic.
What's her name? Elizabeth? Is that right? Elizabeth?
Maybe we should start on that musical.
Yep.
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Smart? No, not Smart.
Nope.
Elizabeth.
That's it. Nope. That's her whole name.
Yeah, she changed it so people would trust her.
Good old Elizabeth.
But no,
what is it? The Baron of Silicon Valley, or what is it called?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
What?
Her name.
She's not the Baron of Silicon Valley. That's wild.
Wasn't that her documentary? Are we talking about the person who? Is that? No, are we talking about an entirely different person?
We're talking about the same person, I think. But I don't think it was. She was called the Baron of. Unless they probably made 2 documentaries. There she is, Elizabeth Ann Holmes, founder and CEO of Theranos. Elizabeth Holmes.
Yep. No, I'm just impressed that she was able to pull something like that off.
She's
in
2
this
years
day and
older than
age.
me. I know.
The inventor out for blood in Silicon Valley.
So you were thinking Baron because Barons are out for blood.
Always.
I was thinking of Baron Blood. my favorite villain of all time, Baron Blood. Do you know him?
Oh yeah, Baron Blood. Yeah.
No, super indie comic. You guys
as compared to Baron Von Trapp.
Yeah, we know our favorite Baron is Baron Von Trapp.
Wait. Wait a minute. Hang on. The patriarch of the Von Trapps?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Liesel. Cut.
He was going to marry the Baroness, so he would have technically.
He would have been a baron. Oh, that's right.
Oh my gosh. So wait, he wasn't a baron. He was a captain.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
Silly me. Whoa, that's like some alternate. Okay. So I know Jens have been watching What If. And what if Captain Von Tramp had married the Baroness and became Baron Von Trapp? What then? What of Maria? What of the kids? What of the Nazis? What would have happened? Would we have?
I think
would we have lost World War II?
Yes,
because they had better singers than us.
Because the Von Trapps moving to America is what won the war.
That's what turned the tide of the war. It's written about in the annals of history books.
Yes.
I think,
but only the annals.
I'm going to answer this question seriously.
Please.
I think that first of all, if everybody goes back and watches that movie, the Baroness is super cool. I think she's
hot as hell.
She's a great character. She's very graceful in her exit and rejection from the captain, who also is very respectful and graceful in rejecting her, like turning her down.
No, that's 100%.
I think it's very well done. So I think people who hate the Baroness, I think you need to grow up and rewatch The Sound of Music.
Oh, I don't think anybody hates the Baroness.
I think people do. Oh, people do.
Is it because she says she's going to send them to boarding school?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I don't know why. Well, you just don't like
because she's not Julie Andrews.
Yeah, you don't like the person who's breaking up the one true parent. That's what it always is.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, but the one true parent is dead.
No, the one true pairing.
Oh, Cameron. Pairing.
I also thought you said parent, and I was just going to go with it. I was like, sure. We are breaking up the parent.
The Baroness killed Mrs. Von Trapp.
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Oh boy. If they had stayed, the children would have never discovered music. They would have gone to boarding school, and they would have all gone their separate ways, and maybe left Austria of their own accord. But the captain would have had to re-enlist. And he would have gone back to war.
See, I like to throw a couple twists into that plot because I've thought about this too. And maybe it's just my romantic and optimistic nature, but I think that even if he had married the Baroness, they would have, once the political stuff had started to show, once the Nazis had started coming to power, she would have wanted to stay and he would have said absolutely not, and it would have come to them separating, and the family would have left and she would have stayed.
Okay. Yeah, because is it like, does Maria give him the bravery to like up and fucking leave? Like, you know, I mean, they use the singing thing as like a, oh hey, spoiler alert for Sound of Music. But they
Spoiler alert, they sing.
They do.
They use that singing like contest as their cover to get out of there.
That shtick, as it were.
Yeah.
Do you think that, because I love this theory, do you think that the I don't remember her name, but the super enthusiastic bowing lady who gets like third place in that contest,
yes.
do you think she's in on the plot? Like the reason she's bowing is so that they can stall and get the Von Trapps the fuck out of there?
I hope so.
I need a whole movie about her, and I'm ready to play her because I can do the braids and the cross over my head.
Yep.
And I'm a curvier woman, and I have the big high cheekbones. I can't wait to play that role.
Let's get it. Let's do it right now.
A terrible German accent. Austrian accent. She's Austrian, I forgot.
Yeah, terrible.
I have a terrible Austrian accent.
And a very tight bun on your head.
Yes, that's right. They were buns. I thought they were braids, but they were buns. And
I think they were braided buns,
actually. Bowing.
Yeah, no. We need to write that. We need to make that happen. Let's make it a musical, and let's just make the end be.
Yeah, can you play Uncle Max in that
Sure.
scene too?
Oh yes.
You hand off the prize and you're like, okay, yes. Yep, okay, all right.
Thank you. Great.
Get the fuck off the stage.
David, who are you gonna play?
I'm not gonna play anyone.
Captain Von Trapp.
I'll play
we get to see you right at the beginning of the show. You're leaving.
It's all in the distance. Yeah, you never see the Von Trapps in this movie. You see like their backs of their heads, and like just as they're leaving.
Yeah.
You hear them in the background. Like all of our movie is backstage at the music contest, and you hear wait, shouldn't they be singing right now? There's there's no singing happening on stage. What's happening? And then you just hear Captain Von Trapp go, Edelweiss, and they're like, oh, that's cool. Oh, it was a quieter number. That's awesome.
Wait. I have the opening ready. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the closing shots of Sound of Music where they're crossing the mountain. It's the wind is blowing in the grass, and there's kids on people's shoulders, and we're all walking with sticks, and we're gonna make it across the mountains. And then it's like record scratch. We rewind all the way back to the bowing scene.
Yeah.
And that's where our movie starts. So like we don't need the history of this woman. We just need to know what happened after she won third place in the Austrian national singing contest.
And the movie ends. This movie ends with you're bowing again, and then when the soldiers all leave, because they're like, that's also my other favorite part of the movie. And the winners, the family Von Trapp. The family Von Trapp. Like the spotlight, the family Von Trapp.
The spotlight is
and then the guards all go. They're like, oh, they've gotten away, and then they all leave, and you bow one more time, but you turn to Max, played by Cameron, and you go, I hope they got away. That's the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
I'm in.
Yeah.
We're making this movie.
Little does everyone know that this is actually just our writer's room, and we are putting everything out publicly so that we have proof that this was our idea.
Exactly. So, thank you. This is our IP. Back to our pilot that we just made the podcast to.
Yeah. Okay. So real quick, my cousin and I, back to Black Friday, my cousin and I we would either have a family member take us, but we would go to Best Buy first thing in the morning, and I would usually get my 100 spindle of CDRs that you would get that would be free with the mail-in rebate. So I would get those, and then we would go back and sleep and have a family breakfast, and then the two of us would watch the James Bond marathon because it was on every year.
There is a James Bond marathon every year. It was
on every year. It's how I saw them all.
Speaking
Who
of
is your favorite James Bond?
Oh man, yeah, I was gonna say that's a perfect question. Also, that newest movie's been out for a while now.
A while, I know.
Over a month.
Is it out already?
It's not out while we're recording, but it's out while this is playing.
Okay.
I can't wait.
I'm sure it's the biggest movie of all time.
It's the biggest movie of all time.
Do we know who's doing the theme song?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Billie Eilish.
Billie
and Billy and what's his face? Her brother. The Eilishes.
Yeah, Brother Eilish.
Brother Eilish. Yeah, I
Brilliant
feel
brother.
bad not knowing his name. But the Eilishes made it, and they did a whole little article about like how, you know,
Spencer? Is that his name?
that can't be right. Is that correct?
You don't know, and you very
Spence.
confidently were like, that's not right.
Spence. No, it's not Spencer. No.
Phineas?
Phineas, is it. See, I knew. That is it. Not Spencer.
You
I knew it was Phineas. Well, I knew it was something cool. And not that Spencer's not.
Oh, boy.
no.
We apologize to Spencer's. Oh my God. Jesus.
did it.
fucking
Well, there
Christ.
goes that sponsorship opportunity.
We're never going to be
God
sponsored
damn
by
it.
Spencer's Gifts now. What about their ties and their incredible belts?
And their amazing holiday sweaters.
Oh, you must have a few.
I do.
Oh,
I
you
have
must be
3.
wearing your holiday sweaters by now. Starting
not.
today.
I am not.
Oh,
Actually, yes. Yes, I am.
I was going to say, what are you talking about? You're
What are
wearing
you
them
talking
today.
about?
Why is everyone having trouble with the issue of time?
You're the
Because
only
time
one
doesn't
who's done
exist.
this.
Because time doesn't exist, Tessa.
Hmm.
Seriously though, who's your favorite James Bond?
Hmm. Hmm. Favorite James Bond.
Favorite
I will have
James
to go with my childhood. I will have to go with Pierce Brosnan.
Same.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I know.
Yin's favorite James Bond is
I mean, we
Pierce
can.
Brosnan?
I mean, if
Yes.
we can. I mean, we can go into a much more in-depth, nuanced
Oh my
conversation about it.
gosh.
But
Yeah.
if you're just saying who's your favorite James Bond, and that's and if we were to move on to another topic, then all I can say is Pierce Brosnan.
Yep. Furthermore, who's your least favorite?
Well, first, let me answer the first question.
I know. Answer. You're
Well,
so
I'm
quick
having
to answer the
trouble
fuck, marry, kills.
deciding.
No, she's not.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to
She
fuck, marry, kill
doesn't.
different James Bonds today. That's
I
what
think
we're
we will.
doing. We knew that we were doing that before this moment happened.
This is all very organic.
I
people.
think-
We all planned this out.
I wonder.
You don't know.
I wonder if Daniel Craig might be my fave.
Really?
That's a good
Really?
one. That's a good one.
He's
It is
so
a good one.
good. And he
You know-
covers, he can do the moments of comedy. He can do the insane leaps about. He can do the like sexiness, you know,
Yeah.
like he's got every box is ticked.
Here's
Whereas,
what I'll
like,
say too. Here's what
Roger
I'll say too.
Moore-
He doesn't.
Uh,
He has. Daniel Craig has a better string of Bond movies. So
That's
like,
true, because
I'm-
he's so involved
yeah,
in like the making
I'm
of each
very
one.
willing to admit, like Pierce Brosnan, I think maybe really only has one James Bond movie that I really love. I
Which
just
one?
love him as
Tell
James
me.
Bond. GoldenEye, of course.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
GoldenEye.
The world is not enough though, too.
World
the
is Not
world-
Enough is a mess.
It
the
is a
World
mess,
Not Enough
but
the
I
one with
love
the great
it.
Russian lady who like does the killing with her thighs?
No,
and
Xenia
stuff?
on the top
No,
is
that's
GoldenEye.
That's GoldenEye.
That's
Yes.
Famke Jensen. Yeah.
Yes.
I love that she then
Also
became
Jean
our
Grey.
Phoenix. Yeah.
It's Sophie Marceau, is it right? Is that
right.
in World
Sophie
is Not Enough?
Marceau
Yes.
is World is Not Enough. That's right. That's
And
right. Who I
and
love.
Denise
And
Richards.
And Denise Richards. That's right. Christmas Jones.
Christmas Jones.
I thought Christmas only came once a year.
that is why Pierce Brosnan is my fucking favorite, because
He's
he's
great.
the only one in the world who can pull that line off.
He's
And
great.
he did.
Oh,
I feel
he's
like
great.
Daniel Craig would just like look at the writers and say, "Write better."
Yeah.
But that is a good line. That is a funny line. I
But
mean,
yeah.
because the thing is, like, my dad's favorite. Of course, I'm sure all of us have
Is Connery.
dads who showed us.
Yeah. I mean, Connery was the first Bond I watched.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that Sean Connery is my dad's favorite Bond.
My mom's
He
favorite
likes
is
to-
Roger
my
Moore.
favorite. Oh, Roger Moore.
Because that was
Early
her. That was her
attitude.
James
Yeah.
Bond. You know.
Yeah.
And there is some good Roger Moore.
There
I'm not
are
gonna-
some great
I
Roger
love,
Moores.
I love Live and Let Die. I love Man with a Golden Gun.
I know. However,
I
Timothy
fucking love
Dalton.
Moonraker.
I feel like we would just. Oh, Moonraker is wild.
Moonraker's insane.
Moonraker is-
Moonraker's insane. Jaws is in Moonraker, and he's not the most insane part of Moonraker.
I know.
That's right.
Because then, after you meet Metal Mouth, you have a space battle.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It's insane. The one that I cannot get on board with is Tomothy Dilton, and nothing personal. It's
Here's
just the 80s
thing.
movies.
I was gonna say
so
I
bad.
love Tomothy Dalton.
Ugh.
Before
I don't know. He
was
had the
ahead of his time. It was ahead of his time.
He was so like suave and like I'm doing a zipping motion with my body because he's like so zipped up. He's so tall and like his stature, his posture. He's so he's like he's got it together. He's sexy.
Well, he's a proto Daniel Craig. Like
I'm not saying he's not sexy. I just those movies bother
you're
me.
Not saying that Tomothy Dalton's not sexy because if you did, I'd kick you off this podcast. No one's saying that.
Oh
still
God,
sexy.
I mean, he has aged
He looks
remarkably
I loved him
well.
in Hot Fuzz. I loved him in Hot Fuzz.
And he voices the porcupine in Toy Story 4.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, the one who does like Shakespeare. Oh, hello, Shakespeare. And I was like, I know this voice, but I couldn't recognize. I couldn't recognize an older Tomothy Dalton.
Dalton.
I saw it in the credits. It was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tomothy Dalton
License
just
to Kill is great, though.
Yes.
He's much better in License to Kill than Living Daylights.
No, 100%.
I don't think I even saw Living Daylights.
Living Daylights is the Bond girl is the cellist, and that's either the older sister or the younger sister of the sister on The Wonder Years.
My gosh, yes.
Marilyn Diabo and Karen Diabo, I think are their names. I might be getting that totally wrong, but it's Diabo I know is the last name.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because they look alike.
But Living Daylights is like it's a Roger Moore film, and Tomothy Dalton's trying to do a Daniel Craig Bond in it, and it's like it doesn't work.
No,
it doesn't work.
It doesn't work at all.
But he's doing a better Daniel Craig Bond in License to Kill, and that works because it's like that's like angry Bond with a vengeance, and that fucking is great.
Yes, I do think that's a good point about like who were they writing for and who were the actors playing. I think that's the thing about Daniel Craig, that it's just like he just came right out of the gate, out of the gate, and he has so
Daniel
much
Craig
artistic
has the most consistent. I think he's like
100%.
Because Sean Connery and Roger Moore, I love Connery and Moore, but like they have some real duds.
I mean, well, and they were also basically camp queens. That's what makes early Bond so incredible, is that it is straight up camp.
Yeah,
and like for them it works, but that's why I agree with you. That's why the first Timmy B movie doesn't work.
First
not
Timmy D.
Queen.
See, when you call him Timmy, then it's not as sexy.
Timmy B.
Yeah. What if you call him Tomothy? Tomothy Dalton.
Tomothy Dalton.
Does that work more?
Tomothy Dilton. That's not good. That's very bad.
Actually, that can be one of the characters in the Von Trapp in the Third Greatest Singer.
Tomothy Dalton. Tomothy
Dilton.
I don't remember who gets second place in that one. I think
Tomothy Dilton yodels.
Yeah. Tomothy Dilton, the yodeler, it comes in third place at that contest.
He has to look like the Trololo guy. He just has to.
Oh, for sure. But
May he rest in peace.
In Lederhosen, I think.
Lederhosen.
There it is.
Bond.
You guys.
I
can talk about
them.
Bond for hours.
Well, we have never done a Bond episode, so maybe we should
haven't.
do this.
I think we should,
because everyone's watching the Bond marathons right now, so it's perfect timing.
If they're not, they should be.
And diet, or what is it? What's this one?
No Time to Die. No Time to Die.
No Time to Die. The one that's coming out now.
Is it No Time to Die?
There's a lot of dies.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan has Die Another Day, and Roger Moore has Live and Let Die.
Yes.
Right. No Time to Die.
Y'all.
Okay.
Well, I was saying earlier. Hang on. I was saying earlier because I just saw Shang-Chi.
I need to see.
And they were previewing No Time to Die, and fucking Ana de Armas looks
the most beautiful woman in the world.
I don't want to objectify. She looks great. There's like a shot of her like shooting a gun out the window, and I was like, hot. That's hot.
She is the most beautiful woman in the world. Well,
she is.
She's one of the most beautiful women in the world, because I still think that the most beautiful woman in the world is what's her name? The lady from Deadpool, who's also from Serenity, who's also from Gotham. I think.
Oh yeah, Baccarin,
Marina Baccarin.
Yes.
Marina Baccarin, who
she is very beautiful.
I
yes.
see all the time in Brooklyn. I've seen her like 4 times, and I rode in an elevator with her once, and I was like so sweaty because she's so beautiful. I was
Marina
like, I'm
Baccarin,
sweating so much.
Tessa,
Please.
text Tessa.
No, she's married to the dude from Gotham who was that like teen heartthrob in the like early aughts.
Ben McKenzie plays Gordon. Oh, they're married?
Well, if they're not married, they have a kid together.
Oh,
and
shit.
they live together.
I didn't realize.
I think they might be married.
Relationship.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
Oh yeah.
Or had some sort of relationship like that.
Yeah, and then the most recent time I saw them was in Prospect Park. I don't know. Is this okay that I say, or is that weird?
They are married.
Is that weird that I'm like giving away where I saw them? But they were coming for some kind of event where I think that they had like given money to like make an art installation in Prospect Park. And so then everyone else that was there was wearing like linen, and Marina Baccarin was wearing a floral like dress. And Ben McKenzie was like wearing sunglasses. And I was like, I don't care about you. She's so beautiful.
I'm so sorry, Cameron. I cut you off. I had to gush about Ana de Armas for a moment.
Please gush. That's fantastic. I love that. I was just going to say, how dare you say that you saw a celebrity in a public place, Tessa? That's
yeah. What do you mean?
I just don't want people to be like
outside?
Sitting in Prospect Park with like binoculars, like looking, because I don't think she's there all the time.
They're aware.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the paparazzi are everywhere.
Yeah. If you didn't say it, they've found a way to.
I feel like New York has less pops than other places, though, right?
They tend to leave them alone. I think they tend to leave them alone a little more, but it's not any less rampant.
No, it's very common. I don't know
just
if
feel
you
like they
remember
wouldn't
the
follow you into a
library.
park. I don't know.
Yeah, the
That whole
library.
shit.
Oh, the library. Were there paparazzi at the library
all
There
the
were.
time?
All the time.
All the time.
Oh, I don't even remember.
We're always across the street.
Oh, I do remember that. Because they'd be standing in front of the Blue Man Group shows.
Yep.
As the Blue Man Group audiences would let out. Oh,
Yup.
man.
And then between them and the stalkers, it was a hell of a time.
I remember the insane stalker issue that we had with that one show with that young actress.
Yeah, Chloe Moretz.
Yeah.
She has some weird ones, unfortunately.
She does.
What?
Because
Weird.
Because of Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass?
Kick-Ass, that's right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I remember because I was ushering that show where they had the plainclothes bodyguards on like either side and of like
terrible show, by the way, but she was great.
It wasn't the world's greatest show. I loved the other actress who was in it.
It was awful. The library.
I liked all the actresses.
Oh, that's right.
I liked all the performances.
The performances were great. And actually what got me through, because I had to see that one 30 plus times.
Ooh.
I saw it a lot too.
Was imagining every play and musical in the world that I'd ever seen on that set, because the set was unbelievable.
Wait, you're talking about the Chloe Moretz play?
Yeah.
I don't even remember the set.
The set was very, no, it was fine. It was designed to blend into the background in that it was just basically columns and then tables, but everything was covered with a mirror finish.
Ooh. Oh, yes, I remember this.
What's oh God, dance floor. What's it called? Marley. There we go. It was a mirror finish Marley on every surface.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And it was so pretty. And I was like, why don't we just keep this set here forever and stage everything?
Just have every show on it. Yeah, that's great. That'd be great.
It was so pretty.
I would like to see a season of that.
The crew hated it, but
I'm sure because they had to keep it so clean, right?
Mm.
They were like polishing that thing.
My first professional gig as a designer, I had to I was basically just designing a set for my show, but then the director was like, hey, can we use this for my show?
Good for
and
you.
I was like, sure. And then the one after that was like, hey, can we just keep this? I think they were lazy.
Good for you.
But like it ended up being the same set for 3 shows, and I was pretty stoked about it.
Did you get paid for?
Of course not.
What? That's horrible.
I mean,
I was like, what?
No, the designer, I wasn't being paid as a designer. I was being paid as an artistic director, but they didn't hire a designer for me. So I was like, well, fine.
So
this is something I do. Yeah.
So you did such a good job that everyone wanted to keep it.
Yeah.
Legendary.
I think a theater should do that for a season. Just have
I
one
think it'd be
set.
great.
I think
I
that's
love that.
Wild. I did an improv show once, and I know that most times when you start that, everyone's like, let's cut this, but it was cool.
My eyes glazed over.
What was cool is that the audience designed the set, and how they did it was the the lady who was directing the show and had this brilliant idea is a programmer. And so she made an iPad app that was the stage, and there were a number of chairs and tables like the kind that we had, and the audience could each move one item either around on the stage or put a chair on the stage. Or so there were sometimes like chairs on top of tables, and we would look at that, build that set, and then we just did whatever. We did like a long mono scene inspired by that set. It was so fun. And anyway, I like those of us who were like basically essentially allowed to do that show, because there were some like big cool improvisers in it, and then there was like 3 of us who were like should not have been in that show. We were like nowhere near talented or experienced enough, but we just got carried by these like super talented improvisers. The 3 of us are always like, gosh, wouldn't it be great to do that again? And everyone else is like, no, we've moved on, we're like on TV now. Anyway,
I love that. A friend of mine years ago had an idea where we would do an improv show on a set that was like so like if they had the set built, like the show, when the show wasn't performing, like on their off days, we would do an improv show on that set, and then whatever suggestion we got from the audience, you would have to do it. You would have to incorporate it and like justify this set that we were on that made no sense.
You're talking about the tank.
Oh, did the tank do something like that too?
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I don't know. No, it was before I moved to New York. But
oh my bad.
We did it once, and it's like the hard part is that a lot of people don't want you playing around on their set.
It's true.
So it's really hard to maintain mileage on a show idea like that when it's reliant on, hey, can we use your stuff? No, the answer's no. God damn it.
It's always no. It's always no. Tessa, when you said the audience designing the set initially, I just pictured that there was a bunch of shit, and like someone who was wrangling the audience was like, you there, go pick a wall piece and put it somewhere.
It's Tim Gunn. Tim Gunn was making everybody build their set.
I don't have a Tim Gunn impression. Go.
Audience, please. You have 30 minutes before the show begins, and we have to get walls up. I'm worried about you, audience, because you're not going to have a show here if you can't get the set finished. All right, make it work. Make it work. Kenley, I'm worried about you.
I'm worried about you.
That's always my impression.
You're like
one season when Kenley was on there. Yeah. There was that girl who was like, she was like I don't want to discredit her, but she had like a very tense relationship with the rest of the cast that season. And she was that archetype of like the kind of the overachieving, like perfect, and Tim Gunn was always like, Kenley, I'm worried about you. You have this dress has to be done in 2 hours, and you have at least 2.5 hours in front of you of work left, conservatively anyway. All right, well, if you feel like you're confident, then make it work.
Sorry.
Oh boy,
I love it.
Tim Gunn would be my impression of anybody who has to narrate if we do musicals. So like Tim Gunn's the man in the chair if we do Drowsy Chaperone.
Oh my god.
Let's do Drowsy Chaperone for sure.
He just does the voice in the opening of Little Shop. So he's just like, on the 21st day of the month of September. In an early year of a decade not too long before our own.
Oh my god. Okay, we have to finish casting this real quick. And then get back.
Wait, Little Shop or
Little Shop?
The Little Shop with Tim Gunn as the beginning voice?
Uh-huh.
Who are our 3 ladies? 3 singing ladies.
Our urchins?
Yeah.
Can we just go all out? Just have J Hud's one of them?
Yes. Oh, I was just gonna say J Hud.
Absolutely.
Actually, I want it to be the 3 ladies from that season of American Idol. So it's J Hud, Fantasia, and Latoya London.
Oh my god. Fantasia. Holy smokes. What a ledge. What a legend.
Yeah.
And J Hud. And Just yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Check mark, check mark, check mark.
I didn't even watch American Idol, and I
know all those names.
Yeah, no, I mean, I knew who they were at the time. Like they were so good. I started listening to what they were releasing.
Yes, I agree. I did not care about American Idol, but I cared about them.
I even auditioned and I didn't give a shit.
You auditioned for American Idol? Well, this is a story we have to hear.
When did you audition? Where did you audition?
I auditioned fall of 2004 in Las Vegas.
You went to Vegas to audition?
Yes, I went with it was not my idea. I went with 4 friends, 2 of whom were like newly getting divorced.
In 2004?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I just
nobody got divorced in 2004.
What I mean is, I know how young you were. So like
they were a couple years older than me, and they were Mormon. Well, he was Mormon.
Okay, Mormons do get divorced a lot. I'm sorry to say,
no. They don't get divorced a lot, but they get married early and young.
Yeah. Oh. No, I know a lot of divorced Mormons though.
I mean, that's because, that's another story. We'll just skip that for right now. We've gone.
Being divorced is not bad. Also, I want to say
no. Especially
I didn't mean
in most
to
of those
imply
cases.
that. Yeah. I didn't mean to imply
Anywho,
that.
so we got into the car at 4 a.m. and drove all the way to Vegas. We waited in a line that was the longest line I had ever seen. We were staying with my friend's grandparents who actually lived there, which was lovely.
Oh, nice.
And we did not get there first thing in the morning, but by the time we were done, there were 32,000 people in this in this stadium. And like the interesting thing was there was only 24 booths with 2 preliminary judges each. And I was like, how are they doing this? Because this is
getting
so
through
many
32,000 people.
This is so many people. And so what would happen is you would go 4 people at a time up to the booths and they would do. And what I figured out was that each grouping had an individual time set where they could be like, okay, now is my time. I can choose someone if they so shoot my fancy, because it was very, you could follow it when people actually got selected.
Wow. So you could tell it was like time based.
Yeah.
And not
I mean, like
based.
it was incredibly clever. Good for them, because I couldn't get through 32,000 people. I wouldn't even know how. I would have a breakdown. And like the shame is like it was all about luck, because I heard some amazing people singing.
Yeah.
Like even though I was up in the nosebleeds in section 7. Well, and like my problem was the person directly in front of me got chosen.
Oh, so you knew going in.
Yeah. And like they told me, like the judges were incredibly kind when they cut my wristband off. They were like, please don't stop singing. But nice. Yeah, it was great.
You were such a baby then. You were like 18.
I was young.
I can do all kind of math.
I was young. Yeah, you can. But my favorite thing about that whole experience was that there was apparently a song that we were supposed to learn as a group, everyone who was auditioning, so that they could film us singing in the stadium. And it was Viva Las Vegas. And like, I don't know if you've ever actually listened to the song Viva Las Vegas, but the verse is fast and hard, and the melody makes no fucking sense.
Sure.
So like the first section of the stadium, the ones who had been there for almost 24 hours at that point knew every word. The rest of us, it was my impression, and it's my favorite part. If I ever do stand up, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So Nigel got down there and he was on the microphone telling us, all right, we're going to film right now. Everyone take one. And we all looked at each other like, what the fuck is happening? And all of a sudden the song came on and they had a giant karaoke screen. And so you could hear 32,000 people going, Viva Las Vegas. And like, I mean, it was the most uproarious and rapturous chorus of that I'd ever heard. And then he stopped and he was like, no, that was terrible. God damn it. And he's like, let's try it again. And the same thing happens again.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, that's great.
My favorite. I was like, you can be mad all you want, but there are 32,000 of us. So like, calm yourself.
That Viva Las Vegas must have sounded beautiful.
Oh, it was amazing. It was incredible.
Yeah, what a terrible idea for a group song.
Yeah, I know. Stupid.
That's great.
Stupid. I mean, it was 2004. The show had only been on 2 years, 3
Like,
years.
Yeah, like
2 or 3
years at that point.
years.
3 years. Yeah.
It started in
Wild.
I
That's
guess
how
it started
old
in
we are,
2001.
everybody.
Yeah.
It started in 2001 in the US.
Well, it started in
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Kelly Clarkson won in 2001. I mean,
Yeah.
2002. Like she got on.
Oh,
We watched
so
2001 to 2002.
I see. Okay. Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. Sorry. I
Oh,
didn't think
wow.
you would
Owen
have
Wilson.
come
Owen
up.
Wilson's here.
Wow.
Hi, Mr. Wilson.
Wow.
Oh wow, you got a podcast? Wow.
Wow.
This is going out on the airwaves. That's cool. Oh wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I
Anyway.
guess I actually can do only that phrase. Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Well, that's enough talk about me. What?
Oh, what a great story. I should write this down in the spreadsheet.
Because we're a bunch of fucking nerds. You hear that, America? So like what back to a previous subject. Tell me your favorite Bond theme.
Ooh boy.
There's only one correct answer.
Is it Madonna's?
Oh, Madonna's. Ooh.
That one is pretty
hers is Die Another Day. I forgot about that.
Another day.
And then the World Is Not Enough was garbage, which was fantastic.
Yeah, garbage is good. The garbage one was good.
I mean, it's got to be one of the originals, one of the early ones.
Yeah. Do like a Shirley Bassey. It's got to be a
It's got to be a
Shirley
Shirley
Bassey.
Bassey one. It's got to be.
No, it's Eartha Kitt.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
Goldfinger, come on.
Goldfinger. Yeah, you're right. It's Eartha Kitt Goldfinger
With
for
a
sure.
Midas touch. No, it's just, it
Fucking
is the
Eartha
only.
Kitt.
It is the end all be all. As
Wait,
she is.
y'all.
What?
That's Shirley Bassey.
Wait, Goldfinger's.
Goldfinger's Shirley Bassey. It's not.
What did
Eartha
Eartha Kitt do then?
Wait.
Eartha Kitt didn't sing a theme. I mean, maybe
Did she
sang
cover Goldfinger?
Maybe she covered it,
probably.
but the theme of it's Shirley Bassey sang 3 of them. It's Goldfinger and
Yes.
Moonraker and Diamonds Are Forever.
Oh,
And
I knew
Goldfinger
it
is
was.
the best.
I love her. Diamonds Are Forever.
Diamonds
you
Are Forever is
right.
great.
Diamonds Are Forever.
You are 100% correct.
Sorry,
Man.
David. We messed
How
up.
dare you?
Boo.
yes-anded
everybody
Cameron
get
too
off
hard.
this podcast.
We gotta quit
Everybody
the podcast.
get off this podcast now. I'm confident.
We're
I'm
fired.
confident Eartha Kitt covered it. I'm
Yeah.
sure she did. That fits her very well. But
Yeah,
yeah,
In fact, I know she did.
Eartha Kitt. Wow.
I think
must
I have
have.
that album somewhere.
yeah,
she must have.
have.
She's just. But you just like Shirley Bassey and Eartha Kitt. Love them
Yes,
both.
Shirley Bassey.
Oh, great.
That as
Yeah.
well.
Both. Love
Um,
them.
I mean,
As
but
we
there's some
always
other really
choose-
good ones.
Yeah, I mean,
There's-
it's
yeah.
been great.
Duran Duran's got one.
Sorry.
And I also love, the
Live and Let Die.
yes,
Come on.
Live and Let Die.
Yeah,
I love Live and Let Die.
Mm.
You know,
And
it's
that's
sad.
the Beatles one, right? Or no?
that's Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
That's
It's
Paul
the
McCartney.
Wings.
It's the
Right,
Wings.
right. Okay, right.
I am sad to this day that Michael Bublé has never been given the opportunity because
Oh.
boy, would
Well,
that
Well,
great.
Adele's was good though.
it was
I
great.
love Skyfall. Yeah.
Skyfall is very good. Her voice.
Skyfall's so good.
Sam Smith. Writings on the Wall. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Ooh, no,
You don't
boo.
like Sam
Boo,
Smith?
I don't like that one.
All right, that's fine.
I do.
I like Sam Smith. I don't remember.
I don't like it either. I don't like that song. I don't
Gladys
like
Knight
it.
did License to Kill.
License to Kill is so good.
Tomorrow Never
And Tina-
Dies is
Tina
Sheryl
Tur-
Crow.
Yeah.
Tina Turner did Goldeneye.
Oh my god.
Goldeneye.
Never dies.
Yeah, no, I have all the ones that came out in my lifetime in
Oh,
my
so
head,
good.
ready to go. And Goldfinger.
John Barry did The Man with the Golden Gun and You Only Live Twice and All Time
Michael
High.
Bublé's would be like Tom Jones. Tom Jones
Yeah.
did Thunderball.
Yep.
That's one of my favorites.
Oh my god, I love Thunderball and Tom Jones. Tom Jones voice. Ay. So good.
I also love
Yeah,
the Naked
there's some
Gun
good ones.
parody, if we're being honest.
It's
a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Who sings that parody?
It's Weird Al.
Oh, that's right. Fuck, that's right. That's right.
I do have to say though, I was not very impressed with, no offense, but the Alicia Keys Quantum
Oh, I
of
like
Solace
that one. Oh,
No,
I like
didn't
that
love
one.
it. I didn't love it. I
Okay.
love Alicia Keys, but I didn't love that one.
I actually like that one too.
That one's a cool, like, different one. I feel like that's the one. That's what Madonna's was trying to be, and then like Alicia Keys and Jack White actually did a good job with like
I see
trying
what
to
you
do a
mean.
new style.
Yeah.
Madonna's is nuts.
Another day. It's not my time to go. Funny story. I know a woman who,
You know
when
Madonna?
she was I know a woman who, when she was but a girl in her like teens, auditioned to be the fencing girl that Madonna fences against in that video, but didn't get it because they didn't think her look was like exactly what they were looking for. But her fencing, she was so good at fencing that she was like up there.
That's amazing.
That's cool.
Madonna's also in the movie as the fencing instructor.
I forgot that she's in it.
Oh, that's right.
I forgot that she's in it. Is she like?
Madonna.
Is she the only singer who's appeared? I can't think of anybody else who did that. That should be a thing that happens. Why isn't Shirley
in it?
Yeah, why isn't Shirley in it? Nancy Sinatra?
Why isn't Tina in
Only
it?
Live Twice? Oh, Tina in GoldenEye.
Tina's a Bond.
GoldenEye.
Okay. Can I tell you something? I don't know. We may have to cut this. We'll see later.
Uh-oh. You had a fight with Tina Turner? Uh-oh. We can't, and legally we're not allowed to talk about it.
I like that Ian's jumped to the most incredible possible option for me. Please continue.
It's just the people who are texting you all the time.
Yeah,
it's true. I get the best texts.
I just can't imagine a lesser extreme than that would warrant us cutting it.
Yeah.
Well, so you might have to cut it because, like, well, okay. Yeah.
Well, we'll just see. Go ahead. Happens. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Yeah. So I did a voiceover gig, and my agent said, "You're a Bond girl now," because I did an ad that it's still not been officially released because it's been waiting for the Bond movie for 18 months.
Oh, right.
We recorded the ad May 2020. And so they've been like, yeah, we're gonna put it out when that movie comes out, because it's a brand that's like associated with Bond. And so it was like very fun experience to do that ad, and it's going to be a national US ad if it ever comes out.
Ooh,
nice.
So that's why you see why I'm like, we might have to cut this, because if it never comes out, how fucking people will be so mad. But yeah. So my agent was like, "You're a Bond girl now," because I did a
that's cool.
Bond related.
That's so
ad.
cool. Yeah,
and I was like,
so cool.
I've secretly known about being a Bond girl for 18 months. When can I tell the world?
Right now.
Hey, Omni Bilateral Panic listeners, it's me, Tessa, with an update. Since that episode was recorded, the ad in question did in fact come out. Keep an ear peeled for my voice in an ad for Smirnoff, James Bond.
Also, the nice thing about capitalism, baby.
Just hide it all under your cape.
Just don't break your tailbone.
Suddenly, I'm really sad that not more of the Bond-themed singers aren't in the movies that they're performing in. Why is Madonna the only one?
Why is Duran Duran not in the movie?
Where would Duran Duran be in A View to a Kill? They're playing at the Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
They're the band. They're the band playing there when Mayday jumps off the Eiffel Tower.
They're gigging at the Eiffel Tower.
They're not playing Duran Duran though. They're playing like a French band in the world of the movie.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. And whoever the lead singer of Duran Duran is, I don't know their names. He's like, oh yeah, we yes, hello, yeah, we are Le Duran Duran.
We are Duran Duran.
And for our first song, La Vie en Rose. We love Edith Piaf. She is a great inspiration to us.
Thank you, Edith, for everything you've done.
Our first song is A View to a Kill.
And all of France is pissed at us.
Sorry, France.
We just lost France.
Sorry,
We
France.
just lost France. Where did they go?
Christopher Walken's great in that movie. Oh my god, what a great villain!
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just forgot that it was Christopher Walken.
It's
How
Christopher
are we
Walken.
feeling about Rami
Max
Malek.
Zorin. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited
Oh
for that
my
one.
gosh, I just realized how many great villains Christopher Walken's been so lucky to play, and like super campy versions, like Batman. We've already talked about this, right? His Batman campy villain.
Max from Batman Returns.
Yeah. And then he's been a Bond villain. Like, what a career. You want that guy's career.
Good. I think he should maybe be Mr. Mushnick.
Oh, in Little Shop. Seymour, I taught you everything. I can't really do Christopher Walken.
That was great.
Good. That was good.
Better than mine would be.
I have one friend who does like the perfect Christopher Walken, but he's not here.
So he's not here.
As close to perfect as we have. My brother does a good one too, actually.
Christopher Walken's it's a good impression.
It is.
Seymour. Seymour. No. Seymour, are you telling me you feed the plant blood? No, I can't. That's terrible. It got worse. It got worse at the end.
Sorry, I've lost my shit.
No, it was so good.
Hey, that's all three of us now. We're good.
Yeah. I am of the opinion, like just to our listening audience, I do think it is. I think it is better. It's a better way to live in general for you to just try impressions. People are always like, I don't do impressions. I'm not good. Like,
about them.
No. Just try it. Just do it. It's fun. It's funny. Happen? It's always going to be funny. Most impressions are bad, but also I'm aware enough that I know my limitations. I'm also very aware when I do a shit impression.
No, I'm laughing because it's so good. I wish I could do Christopher Walken. There's so many things I wish I could do. I wish I could do Arnold. I wish I could do Christopher Walken. So many I wish I could do.
You could probably do Arnold right now.
Yeah, you can.
I can do Arnold like falling down the stairs, right? Like
do it. Go. That's the part that I love. The embellishment of, okay, this is my Arnold impression. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger falling down the stairs.
Doesn't somebody do that? That's not just me. I haven't invented that.
Somebody? If that's
somebody does it.
If that's not somebody, you copyright it right now, Tessa.
Yep, no, that's
I'm sure that's somebody. That's somebody. No, that definitely exists. That definitely exists.
Hurry up and make a TikTok of you doing that. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger falling down the stairs.
I definitely stole that from a high-profile comedy or comedian. I know I did. So,
all right,
I'm not taking credit.
All right. One of my favorite Comedy Central roast jokes ever is at William Shatner's roast. And speaking of Star Trek, and Lisa Lampanelli is roasting Kevin Pollak, and Kevin Pollak's the impressionist. So she's like, Kevin Pollak, famous for doing impressions. Christopher Walken, Arnold Schwarzenegger, what Gilbert Gottfried, all the hard ones. That's my favorite thing ever. Oh, William Shatner, duh. That's the
William
impression.
Shatner, yes.
Christopher Walken, William Shatner, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all the hard ones.
But I mean, who doesn't do a William Shatner?
Yeah.
Everybody has William. Bill.
I do older Bill Shatner. This is just the greatest thing I've ever seen. Is there anything better than me? I haven't seen it. I don't think there is. George, have you seen anything better than me? I mean, I can think of a couple things I've seen better than you.
Oh my.
Oh my.
George who? Who George?
George.
Oh, yes.
He just sits very well in my voice.
I remember there was that musical. Or
Allegiance.
Yes. More should have happened. More good stuff should have happened for that show.
I wish it had stayed on Broadway longer.
Yeah, it was not on long enough.
I loved it.
They filmed it though. Thank
goodness. Oh, good.
They did.
Okay, good.
Oh, I love that show.
It was great. And Leah Salonga, our patron saint of loveliness and everything.
The best.
Oh my God.
Filipino pride for Leah Salonga, my Filipino sister. I love her so much.
William Shatner is Filipino.
Listen, I can do. No, that's terrible. I don't want him to be racist.
I hope within all hopes that Here Lies Love makes its Broadway debut soon, because they're trying again.
Yeah,
and I hope that Leah
Oh.
Salonga gets to play Imelda.
I would love that.
Oh my God. Because I love Ruthie.
Ruthie's
But
incredible.
And I love
Ruthie's
JG too.
incroyable.
Oh yeah, JG was awesome.
She was amazing.
JG,
I didn't get to see,
or not understudy.
I
guess she was
rarely
standby.
ever got to see her.
She was her standby, and then she took over. And she also played it in
over.
Seattle.
That's right.
Oh, cool. But
That's
to
right.
see Leah Salonga play that, like, age right.
It works. It
check,
works.
Check.
Yeah.
Beauty.
I hope it runs
Voice.
for a lifetime, because it is that good.
So good.
It's so good.
It ran in the West End. How come it hadn't? They were trying to make that Broadway show happen for so long at Circle in the Square, right?
Well, I mean, they were trying for the Circle in the Square. The hard part was they weren't sure how they were going to convert, because Circle in the Square has continuously been booked, and with good reason. Everyone wants it because there's nothing in more than round musicals right now. But they were worried about preserving the same experience that was at the public. And then when Great Comet happened, they were like, oh, look at this. We could just build a bunch of platforms and make everything happen. And then in Seattle, they piloted what they're going to do, which is actually recreating the same round on the proscenium and then having regular audience as well.
I like that. Because the thing was, like, I loved the show. I usually ushered, of course, up above, because I was not one of the jumpsuit ushers. And for me, that's like,
gang.
And I went to see the show 2 times as an audience member, and it was a lot for me to be like down on that floor. So I'm glad that they're going to have like a regular audience option, because for me, I don't want to be packed. Not especially
I saw it down on the floor once, and it was very stressful.
It's a lot.
It's stressful, and then you're being told to move all the time. Like for me, it was not my vibe, but the show was my vibe for sure.
Hell yeah! Here lies love.
Here lies love. Yeah.
What's
so
crazy
good.
is
everybody listen.
He also looks like a young Ferdinand Marcos, which was crazy to me.
Yes,
he's so handsome.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. Why can't I think of his name?
He's so handsome, and so is the other guy,
Conrad.
Oh yeah.
Conrad Ricamora.
Conrad.
Praise be. So handsome.
Jose Lana. That's
Jose Lana.
Jose. That's right.
Oh my gosh, Jose
and Conrad.
When he, so you know how the camera would follow him around
too.
when he was being, Ferdinand.
Yeah.
And it would follow him around, and like he'd come down and like talk right to you. At one point he came down and talked like right to me and my sister, who I was seeing the show with, and we were like, oh my god, he's so handsome.
It's probably because he recognized you. They did that a lot.
I don't think he recognized me, because I was always an up top usher.
It doesn't matter. They still knew who you were.
Really? You think so?
The cast was lovely like that.
They were
so,
lovely.
So kind.
Do you know who I saw recently in a Zoom, and I was like, oh, what a lovely effing actor who was at the public. Oh gosh, he did so much there. He did Othello. He did Anthony and Cleopatra. You know who I'm talking about. I am talking about. Let me find his name. He would meet ushers, and he'd be like, just call me. Oh God. I'm gonna find it right now. Chukwudi Iwuji. Chuck, he would tell us, call me Chuck. Yeah,
yes,
and he did
yes.
loads. You know, he's done loads of Shakespeare. He's got a film coming out. Anyway, he did this cute. I'm calling it cute. It wasn't cute. It was effing cool. Series in lockdown where he would chat to like, you know, famous people he knew about like being actors and like acting and stuff. And so I went to one of them as a Zoom, like, and accidentally left my camera on. It was supposed to just be the two of them, and I'm just sitting there like hand on chin, like, wow, this is fascinating. So embarrassed.
Oh God.
So mortified. But yeah, he was so nice when he would come down after the shows, after Anthony and Cleopatra, and we'd be like, wow, you were incredible. Because he was like legit one of the best parts about that show.
Yes,
His Barbas. And he was so kind. He was like, thanks. You can call me Chuck.
We love a kind cast.
We do. We really
if you
do.
work front of house, you're just a note to any cast, just like at the bare minimum, please just be kind. Just be kind to front of house.
It's all we're asking.
That's all we're asking.
We're asking.
I guarantee that like front of house is one of those few things that they are people who actively love theater, like they love the industry, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's not one of those jobs that like somebody just kind of picks up because they need a job. That's
no,
because
it's never enough money to do
exactly
as an actual gig.
So it's pretty rare. I don't remember meeting anybody over the summer or anything that was like, oh yeah, just here for the job. No, it's like, no, we love theater.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Want to be here. So yeah, you know, actors, just be kind. Just be kind to those people.
Just be so kind.
I just remembered. I think the world of those people. So
me too.
Like, it'd be nice to have that in some way reciprocated sometimes.
I just remember the other show he did, which was like the year before he played Othello at Shakespeare in the Park. He played Edgar in the King Lear that had, Famousy McFamoustein.
Yeah, Famousy McFamouster.
You know, the guy from Third Rock from the Sun.
John Lithgow, yes.
Oh, John Lithgow.
Yes,
I played King Lear. Yes. I can't do John Lithgow.
Also,
Third Rock from the Sun, third daughter.
The entire cast was very famous. It was Jessica. Oh my God! It was Jessica Hecht too. It was Jessica Collins.
But Jessica Hecht. Jessica Hecht was playing Regan.
Yeah, and she was
good.
She was delicious.
She was very good.
It's like, it's a shame you didn't get to. It's a shame you weren't better known, because you're remarkable.
Yeah, so remarkable.
I mean, what people know her as is from Friends, and that's sad.
Oh, that makes me angry. Because she was so good in that show, and she has such a distinct voice and such a manner to her. Oh
yeah, no,
she was delicious is the right way to call her Regan. And you never leave King Lear being like Regan and Goneril. Wow.
Yeah. Regan and Goneril. Wow.
What a masterclass.
Jessica Hecht. It was with Jessica Hecht.
It was.
That's like being most impressed by the evil stepsisters in Cinderella. Oh yeah.
I mean, to be fair, one of the stepsisters was Anne Harada when I saw Cinderella.
Oh shit, that's
on Broadway,
good.
And she was.
That's very good.
Amazing.
Well, we do love that.
I think I saw Santino because I think I came and visited New York before I moved here. Like the year before I moved here, I visited, and we went to see Cinderella because somebody wanted to see Cinderella. I'm lying. We didn't see Cinderella. Some people went to see Cinderella.
I did.
So I didn't get to see Santino.
Cinderella was my first Broadway show.
We saw Sister Act, which is exactly how you say that name.
Sister Act.
Sister Act. No, but then I got to see Santino in Hello, Dolly. Santino Fontana.
Santino?
Yes.
Oh,
Santino Fontana, someone who I would love to be texting me.
I didn't know who that was. Just referring to somebody as Santino, I don't know who that is. So
how could you not know? Listen.
I know multiple Santinos.
Okay, all right.
Is that Tessa? Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
Okay, great.
But then I saw Santino Fontana do the drag musical.
Head Over Heels.
No.
Kinky Boots.
Yeah,
nope.
Kinky Boots.
The other one.
Hello, Dolly.
The one that's based on the movie that has Dustin Hoffman in it.
Tootsie.
Oh, Tootsie. How was it?
Hook.
Here's the thing. Santino Fontana is miraculous, legendary, brilliant, great. But it doesn't like those kind of that show.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, I feel icky. There's only so many times that a character can get slapped and you're like, oh yes, that justifies the other misogyny that's been in this show.
I was gonna say, Tootsie is on lots of people's lists as the funniest movie of all time. Like
what?
Famous comedians, famous writers, it's up there as the famous movie of all time, but it's definitely of a time.
Yeah.
It's no Some Like It Hot. I think Some
Which
Like It Hot.
is,
I think Some Like It Hot is funnier.
I think Some Like It
is.
Hot is funnier, and I just realized it's still like two dudes doing drag, which is apparently like supposedly
But-
the funniest thing.
But yeah, I think it is more respectful. I think it is.
It's more
I think it's a
respectful.
respectfully done
Yes.
movie,
Yes.
and it's never like
Yeah.
the joke is never.
On women.
Yeah, the joke's not on the women. It's
The joke's on these two dudes who can't.
The joke is like most often on like Jack Lemmon kind of unsubtly embracing the fact that he may prefer to be a woman. Like it's very funny. I think it's very funny. I think it's very well done.
Well, but Jack Lemmon, and then
Tony Curtis is the
Tony
other one.
Curtis is just good at it.
Yeah, Tony
Like
Curtis
Tony Curtis is
it's
just
never,
you buy.
Yeah, they're not doing like the stereotypical like I'm a woman, so I'm gonna have this high voice, blah blah blah. It's like no, Tony Curtis is a pretty believable woman.
Yes, Tony Curtis looks good.
And then Jack Lemmon's like playing a vodka on. Like that's all he's doing.
Yeah.
Jack Lemmon's facial expressions. I'm sure we've talked about it already on this pod, but
oh, it's the best.
Man, to have that face so malleable, so brilliant, those expressions. Oh,
100%.
And
I'm just
Marilyn's
picturing
in that
that
movie.
whole movie.
Marilyn is a comic.
She sure is.
Marilyn is a comic vixen.
She's an icon at it, and it's
She
great.
is.
It's great to see.
She's very good. The thing is, like, I feel like that is a movie too that must have been directed so carefully to not be at her expense. Do you know what I mean? Because so many movies she did, it was like, oh, the joke's on Marilyn because she's a dumb blonde.
Right.
And that movie, it's like never that. It never is stooping to that level.
I think she has one of the better. It's one of the more fleshed out characters that she ever played too. Like she's
very good point. Yeah,
it's a very interesting arc for her.
Yeah.
Meh.
And so concludes Antiquated Popular Culture Hour.
Oh, I
What do
also
you
learned
think,
his
y'all?
name. Wait, I also learned his name. Peter Lorre is the guy we were talking about.
Oh, Peter
from Maltese
Lorre,
Falcon.
Yes. As you'll remember, audience.
Yeah.
You'll
couldn't
remember
think of
from the
his name in the
last
moment.
episode, audience, that we were talking about Peter Lorre, but we couldn't remember his name.
His name. Well,
How about it,
name is
y'all?
Peter Lorre.
Peter Lorre.
You
How
have to
about-
ride the Maltese Falcon. Not what he sounds like at all.
Let's play a round of most likely to.
Ooh.
Oh,
I don't know if y'all are familiar with this game, but I love
I'm
it.
not.
So essentially, I have a list of questions here, and I am going to read them out, and we have to decide which of the three of us is most likely to do or be that thing.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
I've already made enemies here, so this is not going to be good for me.
Yeah, get ready. I'm gonna make you all the bad stuff.
I mean, it's because you're the boss, David. You
That's
right, yeah,
right.
you know.
We hate our
You have to
bosses.
say it, but heavy is the crown.
We just can't. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Happy it's the crown. Why did Paul Lynch show up?
I don't know. Heavy is the crown. I can't lift it with my
Kids. Okay. Who out of the three of us is, and this is a compliment, by the way, is most likely to become a stripper? It's me.
Yeah.
Actually,
I feel like it's
I feel like it.
because the thing is, it's definitely one of you two because you're both dancers.
I mean, I don't think people want to see tap dancing strippers. They might.
I think they do.
maybe somebody does. I don't know.
I can move my hips though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'll say Cameron.
I'll double that, Cameron.
Great. Good to know. Are
Coming
you
next
ready,
week.
adoring public?
Coming next week, Cameron's first strip show.
Very different content for my TikTok channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, we have a Patreon.
Who is the most likely to stay in on the weekends?
I just told you I'm making a movie this weekend.
I think it's me. I think I'm home. I'm home literally this weekend, and I don't have any plans.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it probably is you.
I'll go
Yeah,
with
but, like,
David too. I'll
I was gonna
second
say,
that.
now you're king introvert too,
I am.
which
Hey,
is
you
And
know,
that's fine to be.
remarkable. What a title.
you have to. Heavy is the crown.
Presenting David Armstrong.
No, the crown's heavy. Why would the head be heavy?
Your head is heavy because you're wearing
I
a
can carry
crown.
my own head. I've been doing that since I was a baby. The crown makes it complicated. That's the point of the saying.
Presenting David
Heavy
Armstrong.
is the head of the crown. Where's the crown? What?
Yeah.
No.
That's
I refuse. Even if that's correct, Tessa, I refuse. That's dumb. Heavy is the head that wears the crown? No. Heavy is the crown. I know how to carry my own head.
Power corrupts indefinitely. Who is the most likely to end up a stand-up comedian?
Tessa.
What? How dare you?
I know it is worded like you had to settle for that.
No, I don't think that's settling at all.
Stand-up comedian.
Who shoots for the moon and lands among the stand-up comedians?
Shoot for the moon. You might end up being a stand-up comedian.
I wanted to be an astronaut, but I'm just here doing this.
I'm just here doing this.
I'm just here doing my type 5
for you people.
Fine.
Anyway, thank you, Broadway Comedy Club. See you next week.
Tip your waiters.
Tip your waiters. Tippy Hedron.
It's one of you two.
I think Tessa.
I'm not brave
David.
enough.
What? Right. So okay, but I will say, Cameron, I thought I wasn't brave enough, and then I did a set at a place that was like very like good for doing. It's good for your first time stand-up comedy. It is fun though. It's the scariest thing, but it's fun. But also you could approach it how I approached it was I did like a character of me. I didn't do me.
That's fair.
And that made it less scary.
I mean, so far I only have 2 bits and I've already used one of them on this podcast. So
you could reuse it.
Yeah.
You could reuse.
It'll be like, my God.
Yeah. I could also teach you to drag out a bit. That's the only thing I'm good at is like really, really beat this horse.
Milking it for all it's worth.
Yeah, milk this dead horse. I believe that's the saying, right? It's like heavy. It's like heavy as the crown. I'm gonna milk this dead horse. Just remixing classic idioms.
Yes,
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
NBD, no big deal.
Heavy is the crown that milks this horse.
What is it? Aim for the moon.
Milks this dead horse.
And end up amongst the stand-up comedians.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Who is most likely to play a drinking game?
Oh, is that a tie between all three?
Yeah, is that an even tie?
Sneak peek of the 10th episode, everybody.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's dangerous though. Remember that one time I got drank
you
too
were
much.
very funny.
A drinking game implies you need more than one person anyway. So I feel like it should just be all of us anyhow.
Yeah, 100%.
Tie, even tie.
I love that.
Even
Three-way
tie.
Three-way
Who's most likely to listen to classical music?
Cameron.
Nothing, guys. Nothing. Come on.
Not a moment of hesitation. No. Sorry. We can. Tessa, can you edit this in a little bit? I think if I gun to my head, Cameron.
That's a hard one because Cameron.
What gave it away? My shelves and shelves of classical music scores. How dare you assume things?
Don't assume.
I might listen to urban country.
Yeah.
Urban country. Are we saying that's like Lil Nas X, right? Urban country. Yes. Yeah, heck yeah. I listen to that. Kids I know love that song.
Old Town Road
song. It's amazing.
It's a great song.
Who is most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse?
David. He's an introvert.
I didn't even know it was happening. I didn't even know it was going on, guys.
Yeah, you were just hanging out at home.
I was hanging out in my room.
You were fine. Because you can also change the light.
I heard some noises a couple days back, but I didn't go outside. I didn't
go outside. I wasn't worried.
It wasn't worth it.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty compelling answer.
Actually, I mean, well, I feel like those of us who are in New York are in trouble. Yeah. I think it's possible you could make it.
You could outlive. Yeah, you could outlive a zombie apocalypse.
You got a greenhouse. You're gonna live. grow your own foods, catch some prairie dogs.
Your closest neighbor is like a mile away or something.
It's true. It is.
Yeah, maybe we should move.
Probably should.
No thanks.
Not here, but somewhere.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to be late to their own wedding?
I
David,
think
maybe?
I think I would be. Yeah.
Yeah. Will you be
Yeah.
grooming? You'd be getting yourself all looking all
Right. Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah. And it would be like the one time that I didn't do it at the venue. Like that's what I would do is like, I'm going to make sure I get ready at the venue. I'm going to get there like 5 hours early and then make sure that I'm on time.
Yeah.
But that's like my wedding is the one time I don't do it. I like get ready at home and then I have to drive myself like a idiot to my own ceremony.
Like an idiot.
And that's the day. That's the day that every highway is closed.
Oh, God.
Because of the zombie apocalypse I didn't know about.
Yeah, probably. Why are we still having this wedding?
Why are we going through with this? My family booked the venue.
Do you know how hard it was to get this venue?
It's non-refundable. It's non-refundable.
Okay. Who is most likely to, on their own, watch a scary movie?
Not moi.
I just did it
Cameron?
last night.
David.
I don't think it's me either.
Okay, so it's David.
I just did it last night.
Oh, David, how can you handle it? I can't.
And
Too
finally,
scary.
and most importantly, who is most likely to be the drama queen?
Is that like prom
Is
queen?
it Cameron?
Probably. Probably is me. We're all pretty dramatic though.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah,
saved
we
it for
are.
last.
That's true.
Especially after this drinking game. I guess we'll see.
For the drinking game, we should all make sure we buy the same alcohol.
Well, why?
What do you mean why?
Well, if we all, I see. Okay.
So that it's like we are in the same room. We can pretend that we're all having the
Oh.
same drink. But
You have to
I see,
remember
I
that my
see.
air is 2/3 thinner than yours.
That's what I was gonna say. Like we're all at different elevations. And we
okay, I'll sit on the floor. What do you mean?
I'll put my legs in the air. Like what is
Yeah,
this?
what is this? I'll go.
How's
I guess
the
I'll
blood
go
flowing to
drink.
my head?
Yeah, I'll go down to the first floor. What?
She's
Because-
talking about me.
Because you live on a plateau
That's a mile high.
high in the air.
Yeah.
Your blood, the alcohol hits it and affects it quicker, right?
Mhm. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can still drink most people under the table. But like if I came to New York, it would not be fair because then I would
You'd be
have
able to just drink,
an
drink,
oxygen
drink,
rich
drink.
environment and drink.
And for me and David, we
Drinks.
like-
Bones.
Do-do-do-do. Yeah.
Bones.
There you
I
go.
can't remember the theme song.
I was like, I think we got to get the melody back in. So it'd be drinks. That's
Yeah.
really hard. That's
Yes,
really hard.
It is. So hard. I guess we will see who the drama queen is next week, everybody.
Oh my god, that's next week, right?
Yeah.
That's our
Next
drinking
shift.
episode.
Oh
That's
god,
number 10.
I better flush my system.
You better.
Yeah.
Everybody
I better
eat a lot of
start
cucumbers.
exercising.
Eat a lot of
I'm gonna lift a
cucumbers.
bunch to have muscles to absorb.
You know what's great? Lift the cucumbers first, and then eat the cucumbers, and then you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. 2 cucumbers with 1 stone.
Cucumbers.
Oh man.
We have been killing the idiom game. We might have to release a whole line of idioms.
Cucumbers and puns.
Love it. Yeah, love it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Cucumbers.
You can't stop saying it.
That is
I
an
can't stop saying
cucumbers,
it
everybody.
because also like that would be a good shirt because it would just be like a cucumber with wings, right? And a beak and legs.
Yeah,
That'd be a really
Sitting
easy
on-
Photoshop.
Sitting on a telephone wire.
Oh yeah.
Run
Cucumber.
and run.
Cucumber.
Cucumbered. Benedict Cucumbered.
Sherlock Holmes is Benedict Cucumber.
Yes. Yes. Shall we fuck Mary Kill?
FMK our way.
FMK
To
our
the
way
top?
through the James Bond cast.
Yes.
FMK our way into the top. Round and round. Anyone else? Dream
Oh, is
Girls?
that
Anyone?
is that a High School Musical?
No.
I was thinking Dream Girls
How
too, but I couldn't think
dare
of the
you.
name.
No, it was Dreamgirls.
Yeah. What's the real song?
Wait, Dreamgirls
Make your way to
2?
the top.
Make
Oh,
your
Dream.
way to
You were
the
also
top.
thinking Dreamgirls.
Running around, running around. Yeah.
I thought there was a thing
I
called
knew it.
What a
Dreamgirls 2 for
legendary
a moment.
cast.
Dreamgirls too.
Yeah.
Even more sad stuff.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
Even
the
sadder.
subtitle. Yeah.
Dreamgirls 2. They're all dead.
No. Let them live. Yeah. Who should we put in our? Well, we each will pick 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
we will. Since you did.
Are
the
there
intro, you get to
9
go
James
first.
Bonds? Or
I
we
mean,
can mix and
yes,
match. We
but-
can mix and match.
No, we can mix and match. We could do Bond girls. We can do Bond characters. We can do Bond villains.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Bond cars. We can do the Aston
Yeah,
Martin.
It's always an Aston
The
Martin. isn't
Lotus
Always.
Esprit,
Always,
It's
or
always
the BMW.
always marry the
Oh.
Aston Martin.
always marry the Aston Martin.
The Lotus Esprit is Roger Moore's car that goes underwater.
Oh yeah.
It becomes a boat, or not a boat, a sub. It becomes a sub. And then the BMW is the one that Pierce Brosnan drives with the phone. Do you remember that one?
Oh
In the-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that Die Another Day? Can't remember if that's Die Another Day.
Yes, I think it has a cloaking device too, doesn't it?
Yes, it turns invisible.
Yeah.
Q goes, because of the mirrors, 007. The light refracts around it. Okay.
Okay.
I'll go Bond girls.
Oh.
We'll go the best ones that I think are the best ones.
Great.
Honor Blackman, so Pussy Galore and Goldfinger. Diana Rigg from Honor Majesty's Secret
yeah.
Service.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I backed myself into a corner here. I don't know
Yeah,
who the
you
other
did.
one would be. Who's
Halle
the other
Berry.
one?
Michelle Yeoh, come on.
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh is a good one too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll do Michelle Yeoh. Yeah, I like that. Michelle Yeoh's from Tomorrow Never Dies.
Oh my gosh. So hard. So Michelle Yeoh,
Yeah,
Honor
Wei Lin.
Blackman, and Diana Rigg.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, that is hard.
Wow, that's really hard. I had my plan before I heard about Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh changed the game for you.
Michelle Yeoh changed the
She always
game.
does. She's the best.
She always
She
does.
does.
I think I have mine.
Do
Okay,
it.
go.
I am going to fuck Diana Rigg. I'm going to marry Michelle Yeoh, and I'm going to kill Pussy Galore. Unfortunately,
You better, because she might kill you first.
she might.
I'm
She's a badass.
I'm gonna do the same. I thought I thought I was gonna marry Diana Rigg, but as soon as Michelle Yeoh was on the
So
table,
did James Bond. Oh boy.
I'm gonna fuck Diana Rigg. I'm gonna marry Michelle Yeoh, and I'm gonna kill Honor Blackman. Pussy galore.
Yeah, I think I'm the same actually. I think I'm the same. I love Emma Peel more than I love Tracy Bond, so that is in favor of Diana Rigg. Yeah. Or maybe I'll switch it. I'll switch it just to be different. I'm gonna fuck Pussy Galore. I'm gonna kill Tracy Bond because she dies anyway. So
Oh,
Spoilers.
come on. Okay, I'm going next. Are you ready?
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna do our bonds.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do what we have said are our favorites.
Oh shit.
So I'm gonna do Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan, and Sean Connery. I know nobody like officially said Sean Connery, but like we have to.
I mean,
include Sean
he's
Connery.
just
Kind of
there.
have to. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
should just stop there.
Yeah. So fuck, marry, kill Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan, Sean Connery as Bond. They're
Oof.
Bond.
Ooh,
Mhm,
boy.
God, that's
mhm,
difficult.
mhm.
I would fuck Daniel Craig's Bond.
Mhm.
I would marry Pierce Brosnan's Bond
Oh, yeah, we're the same.
because I feel like it's the most gentlemanly. I don't think I
He
could marry
is.
Daniel Craig's Bond, but Daniel Craig's Bond would be good at fucking. So that's great.
So that means you are
and then I
killing.
kill Connery's Bond.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he is
was
a little bit
he was charming, but
misogynistic.
completely misogynistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a problem for me.
That's a deal breaker for
That's
me.
a deal breaker.
So you're doing the
ghost
same, Cameron?
Yep, those were gonna be
Okay,
my hints.
I'm gonna shake it up. In that I'm gonna fuck Sean Connery. Because like you can fuck a misogynist if they're Sean Connery.
Are you gonna take the rug off?
That's the shirt. That's the shirt. You can fuck a misogynist if it's Sean Connery.
And then I'm gonna marry Daniel Craig. I'm gonna prove you wrong that you can marry Daniel Craig, and I'm gonna kill Pierce Brosnan.
All right.
Oh, our husband.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry, I have to kill you.
Don't kill my husband.
I have to.
We're apparently a polyamorous throuple now, so come on, Tessa.
Yeah, Tessa, come on.
I legally have to do it. Okay.
I'm legally obligated to kill him.
I legally am obligated to kill your husband.
I love that Pierce Brosnan is coming out with better Bond movies than he did when he was Bond. Like, I don't know if anybody saw December Man. That was so good.
No!
It's like salt and pepper Pierce Brosnan, like
doing action.
Like he's great at it, but it's more Bourne Identity, like rough and tumble, more stuff. It's less gentlemanly, and it's like, oh, this is the Bond I wanted from Pierce Brosnan.
Right.
I understand this now.
Yeah.
And he's doing another one now that's like one of those like desert heist team up movies or whatever, and he's like the grizzled veteran.
Oh, I like that.
The rest of them are like the kids. So I'm like, this is the Bond that I want. Pierce Brosnan, just do Bond again. Just do old Bond, like Logan. I want a Logan Bond.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine?
Yeah, and he dies at the end. Straight up dies.
Oh god,
he's so good. Anyway, Cameron.
Okay,
we're ready. Cameron.
We are going to do villains.
You're doing the cars, right?
Villains.
We are going to do villains, and this is quite the match. This is quite the mix.
Oh, this is gonna be tough. Okay.
So we are doing our dear 006, Alex Trevelyan.
Oh my god.
We gotta do Scene Bean.
Played by our beloved Scene Bean, and if you kill Scene Bean, you are a living stereotype. Just so you know.
Yeah, you're like every one of his movies.
I love Sean Bond. He's my favorite.
Our Boromir.
Then we are doing Electra King. Because I want this to be a challenge.
Yeah.
And she is also deliciously evil. Loved that. And then, just for fun, we're doing Dr. No.
Oh.
All in all, pretty dreamy for villain selection. I was gonna do Odd Job and Jaws and
the sidekicks
and Goldfinger, but it's like
I like the sidekicks category too. Odd Job, Jaws, and
you know what?
Xenia.
I take it back. I was gonna say we're not doing Dr. No, we're doing Xenia because
there we go.
Because that way it's an incredibly attractive trio, and you're gonna have a hard time. So good luck.
That's good because I was gonna kill that racist stereotype Dr. No anyway.
I know, same. So now you have to kill someone before they either try and blow you up, before they try and strangle you with their legs, or before they try and blow you up.
I'm ready.
Of course you are.
Okay. I'm gonna fuck Scene Bean 006. I'm gonna marry Electra King. Just because, wow, right? And so much money. And I'm gonna kill Xenia on the top.
Xenia on the top.
On the top.
Oh, we could have done fucking.
There's so many.
God, yeah, those movies.
I know, there's so many.
Those movies.
Anyway,
wow.
I am going to marry. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, Alan Cumming is in that movie.
Yes,
sorry, I forgot.
I was gonna say
fucking adorable Cumming.
And he clicks his pen and almost blows everybody to pieces.
The password is KNOCKERS. Knockers.
Maybe as bonus content, we can all group watch GoldenEye.
Oh yes, yes,
and then
yes.
we play GoldenEye on the.
We should do the Bond marathon.
Yes,
we should.
Omni
And
Bilateral
we
Panic
stream, we
does
live
commentary.
stream.
Yeah, we live stream.
Oh my God, the whole marathon. I'm going to be
Watch
just getting
along.
up to pee all the time.
Well, you're going to miss a lot of the movies then, Tessa. I don't know what to tell you.
Get a shiwi.
Maybe go up to a higher altitude or something. I don't know. We were talking about that earlier. Apparently that affects
so that
things.
there's more evaporation?
Yeah, it evaporates. Yeah, it evaporates
I'm
your
only
urine out of your
2/3
body. That's how that works. You're closer to the sun.
Okay, quick.
I'm gonna kill Sophie,
Wow.
Electra, because I feel like she's actually the most dangerous villain, and I don't think she should be left alive to do with her own devices. But I guess that means I marry Alec Trevelyan. I marry 006.
You marry Sean Bond.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
marry Sean
gosh, you're
Bond.
changing him.
And I tell him, you can't be this Two-Face thing anymore. You have to. This is it. You have to be noble now.
Wow.
I still think you're beautiful, even with that fucked up face.
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
And then I will fuck Xenia on the top and hope she doesn't kill me before I get to
we are all
spend the rest of my
y'all.
life with Sean Bond.
I am going to also kill your wife. I'm sorry, Tessa.
Your wife.
Darian's. How
Your wife.
Darian's? She's so
I'm going
rich.
to kill her. She's so rich. She's also made her money from oil. She's the worst.
Okay,
She's an
yes,
oil
you can kill
baron.
her.
She's
Once
an
I get
oil
the money,
baron.
you can kill her.
And I'm
Okay.
going to
We'll wait.
fuck Sean
wait.
Bond and marry Natalia.
Wow. Mary
Wow.
Wow.
Because if it ends, it's going to be
Why?
a good ending.
It's a good ending.
Wow. All right.
It's not a
You're
happy ending.
adventurous.
It's a
You're
good ending, though.
adventurous. Willing to take that
Yeah.
risk. Hey, thanks for listening to Omni Bilateral Panic. I've been Tessa Flannery. And I'm gonna stop saying if you, because I always start them as if you and they always come out jacked up. Okay, I'm gonna say something very Pittsburghy, which is don't be ignorant. Okay, just go downtown, get a pop, and it could change your life.
Well, I've been Cameron Faring, and a leggy ending is not the worst ending.
Ooh, I like it.
And I've been David Armstrong. Remember, Christmas comes once a year. So make it worthwhile.
I need to be writing down the things that are funny from earlier because I'm not good at callbacks.
It's the sky fall
When you tremble,
when you stumble,
leave it all together.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you, K. Bye.
Love you, bye. Oh, there was something in bi or gay news this week, wasn't there? That I thought of that we should talk about.
Probably.
Maybe
we should probably do the intro, though.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, let's do that.
It's your turn, Tessa.
It's my turn, and I'm ready
Great.
for it.
Yeah, you sound like it.
I am almost ready.
Uh-oh, really backpedaling on that already.
Sort of ready.
About
never
to
be ready.
I am not ready. I am unprepared.
I'm so close to being
I
ready.
forgot about this.
I'm gonna cut all this
I'm
out.
ready. I'm not ready.